We're into the home stretch of the big school regular season in Texas high school football, and there are huge games everywhere you look. These are the picks. Welcome into the picks presented by Visit Arlington, your guide to Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are into week 9 of the regular season for the big schools. It's technically week 13. I don't know. It's hard to figure out. But here's the thing. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. District championships are on the line. Seeding's on the line. Who's in, who's out. These are critical matchups all across the state. If you're looking for playoff matchups 4A and below, we've got that too. That's in a separate video. But here, we're focusing on the big schools, and there are mammoth matchups everywhere you look. We start in Mansfield. 7 o'clock Friday at Vernon Newsom Stadium in Mansfield. It's a 5A Division II showdown as the Aledo Bearcats visit the Mansfield Timberview Wolves. What are the keys to this matchup? Key number 1, Aledo's new guys. This is a different looking Aledo team. Yes, they've got an outstanding playmaker named JoJo Earl, who, he's pretty awesome. But they've moved a lot of things around and have a lot of moving parts compared to last year. Just take a look at the quarterback situation. Brant Hayden has stepped in as a sophomore and performed pretty well, I would say, for the Bearcats offense. They have moved their star defensive back, DeMarco Roberts, over to running back. And now they've got a defense that's full of a lot of juniors, a lot of underclassmen. There are a lot of new pieces for Aledo, and this is a huge game with a lot on the line as far as the district championship is concerned. So how do Aledo's new guys step up? Key number 2, Timberview's defensive playmakers. So we talked about the new guys on the offense for Aledo, and they're going to need to bring it because this Timberview defense is nasty. They fly around, they hit, and they've got blue chippers everywhere you look. Rom Stevenson at the linebacker spot, Landon Hullaby, Terrell Tillman. This team is loaded defensively, and they like to get aggressive with their guys. They know they've got athletes, and in a lot of ways, this is going to be the best defense that Aledo has faced in a long, long time. So, can Timberview's defensive playmakers show up in a big way? And key number 3, no streak is safe. So Aledo is presently on the state's longest all-time district winning streak. They've won 92 district games in a row. They haven't lost a district game since 2007. Yeah, serious business there. But if the last 2 weeks have shown us anything, it's that may not necessarily matter. Last week, Houston Lamar entered with a 75-game district winning streak and poof, gone. Lost to Houston Heights. The week before, Katy entered a long district winning streak. They hadn't lost to a Katy ISD team in years and years and years. Poof, gone. Lost to Katy Tompkins. It can be gone that quickly, and Mansfield Timberview knows that. Does Mansfield Timberview smell blood in the water, and can they snap the streak? Who am I picking? I'm going with Aledo. I don't pick against streaks here. You guys know that. And furthermore, I think that Aledo's defense is really the X factor in this one. I've been very impressed with the youngsters and how they've stepped up in a big way. I also think that Aledo's offensive line may have an advantage against this Timberview front, but Timberview is going to bring some pressure. They're going to try to rattle this sophomore quarterback, Brant Hayden. Look, I think this is Aledo's toughest district test in a long, long, long time. And I think Timberview's got every reason to believe that they can win this game. There's just something about Aledo this year that makes me think they're going to pull out a win. I think the Bearcats get the victory. Let's go to Houston, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Pearland ISD Stadium. Huge Houston area showdown as the Shadow Creek Sharks take on the Pearland Dawson Eagles. Shadow Creek got their biggest win as a 6A program last week when they took down Pearland with a virtuoso defensive performance. Can they pull the double dip? Because here comes Dawson, and Dawson is serious business. They are running the ball exceptionally well with Jaden Stewart and Torrance Burgess. This team is absolutely fantastic up front, and that's going to provide a big challenge for Shadow Creek. Can they slow them down? On the other side, what does Dawson have for Shadow Creek quarterback Tyron Drones? This Dawson defense has been excellent all year long. Can they match up with the Sharks? I think this game's really hard to call, and I've gone back and forth on this one, but I think Shadow Creek's starting to figure it out as a 6A program. Give me the Sharks. 7 o'clock Thursday night at Buccaneer Stadium in Corpus Christi. Battle of unbeatens as the Corpus Christi Flower Bluff Hornets take on the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles. And something's got to give here because both these defenses have been absolutely fantastic. So which quarterback can crack the code? Is it Flower Bluff quarterback Nash Villegas? Is it Veterans Memorial quarterback Carter Centerfit? I think as much attention as we're going to be paying to that, I think a lot of this game comes down to which offensive line shows up bigger because both of these defensive fronts are big and physical and dangerous. So who can protect their quarterback better? I think this game is very close and comes down to the wire, but I give the slight edge to Vets. And 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Lenoff Stadium in Cibolo, huge San Antonio area clash as the Cibolo Steel Knights take on the Converse Judson Rockets. Two teams that I think are starting to round into form, maybe after some early season struggles. You know, this is a Steel team whose defense has been absolutely terrific lately, led by linebacker Christian Garza. And of course, they have an outstanding quarterback in Wyatt Beagle. That kind of experience under center can pay huge dividends, especially in this critical district matchup. Going up against Judson, who I think has bounced back really nicely from that week 1 loss to DeSoto, where nothing was working offensively. But I think DeAnthony Lewis, their running back, is starting to look like a superstar. Just like we thought he would. He has been fantastic. One big question for me: can the Steel offensive line hold up against Nathaniel Pryor in this outstanding Judson front? That's a huge question mark in this one, and I think the answer to that question is ultimately going to inform what this game looks like. I think this game has a chance to be really fun, and obviously a lot on the line whenever these two teams get together. I'm going to go with the Rockets. But those are far from the only big games in Week 13 of the Big Schools Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. I like Victoria East over Corpus Christi Ray. I'm going with Frisco over Lovejoy in a battle of unbeatens. And Austin Vandergrift gets by Round Rock. El Paso Burgess over El Paso Austin. I'm going with Beaumont United over Baytown Lee. And I like Georgetown to get by Pflugerville. Kerrville Tivy takes down Medina Valley. Harlingen over San Benito in the Battle of the Arroyo. And I like Abilene Cooper over Azle. I'm going with McAllen Memorial over McAllen Rowe. Give me New Braunfels to take down Schertz Clemens. In the Little Southwest Conference, I'm going with Odessa Permian over San Angelo Central. Give me San Antonio Reagan over San Antonio Roosevelt. I like Lubbock Cooper over Abilene Wiley. And a huge game in the Metroplex. I like Ennis over North Forney. Eagle Pass over Laredo United South. Temple over KILLEEN Shoemaker in a huge Central Texas clash. And I like Rockwall Heath over Tyler Legacy. Wichita Falls Rider over Canyon Randall. North Shore gets a scare, but they take down C.E. King. And I'm going to go with Tomball Memorial over Klein Collins. I like Midland Lee over rival Midland, and Huntsville takes down Montgomery Lake Creek. And those are the picks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I leave out? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCampbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCampbells. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 13 or Week 9. You know what week it is. The Texas high school football season. Be safe. Wear a mask. We'll see you.